Hey there everyone, what's up? Welcome back. So today I'm just going to be sketching in my sketchbook while trying out a new art supply. No, it's not that new, but like it's a set that I've never tried before. It's the FABER-CASTELL 11-bit graphite set, and I'm pretty excited for it because recently one of my favorite things is becoming sketching and just sitting and drawing, and I'm really happy for that. So without further ado, let's get started. Here it is, the 11-bit graphite set. Let's open it. It looks so nice, guys. Like, I love the tin packaging of it. Like, it looks so good. Like, I love the tin packaging. It has two pencils. One is 2B and one is 8B, and that it has two jumbo graphite pencils. One is 2B and one is 8B. And it says that it also has two graphite aquarelle pencils, which are water soluble, and two are 2B and one is 8B. And it also said that it has 2-bit graphite pure pencils. One is 3B and one is 6B. And it also has 1-bit graphite crayon in 6B and one plastic eraser and one paint brush. So it has a lot of stuff. But this was expensive. It was for $300, but I got it for a 10% off coupon, so I got it for $270. Let's open these. Ooh, fancy. Really fancy here. So it has these here. So let me read them and see what they are.
Zero about our base zero random artist watercolor pencil with layers, red idea for large area drawing and watercolor painting.
So it basically talks about their other products. So I'm gonna leave this because it might come in handy. It might come in handy, guys. I don't know. And let me read this. These are basically all instructions, so we're not gonna be needing these anyway. So they go in the tray. So here is my trusty old sketchbook. So let's get on with our swatching now. This is our 8B pencil. Very dark and pigmented, and it's very soft. Here's our 2B pencil. So upon testing the 2B pencil, it was very pigmented, and then I started to test the jumbo pencils. They were the same thing, but they were jumbo. And then I started to test these graphite sticks. They were so cool because they were graphite in a pencil. And I started to test the water soluble pencils, and they were so cool. And like, I couldn't believe myself, so I tested watercolor pencils with them, but they were different. They were a whole other thing. So I'm gonna start off by drawing an image which I found on Pinterest of a sunflower, and it's gonna be a simple one. So I went into this drawing by saying that I'm going to be making two drawings in here. One is gonna be simple, this one is simple, and one is gonna be so hard. It's going to be realistic too. This one isn't that realistic, it's like realism. So about these pencils, I found that they were so good while I was doing this. And until here, I was using my 2B pencils, so they're really pigmented. And then I began to use the watercolor effect and lots of other stuff. I found that this set was so interesting in its different ways of like showing that there are different supplies, and you may see these supplies as they're like not that important, but actually they are so fun and important to use. And after finishing the shading, I decided to do the watercolor effect behind the sunflower. Now that I was done with the first one, I moved to the big boy, the one that was going to be the hardest. So here is the process. So I had a rule that I wanted to use every single supply in this set. So it was like really fun because I got to, every second I would hold that supply, make one line, and then I would think, it's time to use the next supply, so it was really fun. And I'm sketching like I normally sketch, but I normally sketch with a HB pencil, so this was a little bit kind of different, but it challenged me. It challenged me to use darker colors in my sketching, and I'm actually now more passionate about sketching, and yeah, I'm really happy with how the sketch came out. So between you and me, this is like the real test here. I'm testing to see if they blend good, if they could make great shadows, which they actually do. And yeah, I'm just amazed by how this piece turned out at the end. You're gonna see how it turned out, but I'm amazed. I'm actually really amazed. And I pushed myself in this piece to actually like go on the more realistic side, because I sometimes do realistic work, but it's never like hyper realistic. And don't get me wrong, this isn't that hyper realistic, but it's realistic for me. Like, I'm pretty happy with how it came out. So I'm gonna let you listen to the music, and I'm going to be back in a moment. Here is where I decided to go as dark as I can with the shadows. Like, I was so happy with how the shadows came out, because shadows is what technically makes anything look realistic. So I was pretty happy with that point in my drawing. Here I started to do the dots, which are like in the sunflower itself. Like, I'm gonna insert a picture of what they really do look like, but I just put basically some dots which were light, and then surrounding them I put even darker and bigger dots. Like, here you can see that, and I blended everything together at the end, and I just achieved it. I added so many dots. Like, there are a lot. There are so much. I'm going to do a favor for you, and I'm going to cut the rest of the parts where I add the rest of the dots. Here is the finished piece. I hope that you guys really did enjoy this video, and subscribe if you want to, and give this video a like too if you want, and I will see you guys all next video. Bye.